IIHS gives Model 3 a bump. London area EV owners get some good news. Model 3 picks up at least one Car of the Year award, and more. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 480 for December 28th, 2018. This show is sponsored by my supporter, Richard. If you're in the market for a Model S, X, or 3, please consider using his referral code. Ask your salesman to use code Richard174 or go direct to the web link ts.la/Richard174 for 6 free months of supercharging, or now 9 free months if you make your order without ever having taken a test drive. We finished the first of 2 holiday weeks with some more great news from the folks over at the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. You might recall some time back that the IIHS initially rated the Model 3 with a rating of superior in front crash prevention, but simply an acceptable rating for its headlights. Because of this, despite the rest of the ratings yet to come in, this would disqualify Model 3 from receiving IIHS's coveted Top Safety Pick Plus rating, the highest overall rating it can give to a vehicle for safety. However, this has all changed. With a recent update to its ratings, the Model 3 now receives a good rating, which is the highest individual rating possible, which now qualifies Model 3 to receive the Top Safety Pick Plus rating. A note in the details qualifies that this rating only applies to models built after June 2018. It would seem that Tesla took the criticism to heart and has boosted the performance of the headlights following the initial ratings. While the full ratings are still not yet available, and IIHS responded to me sometime back saying they were still waiting on a test vehicle to go crash, there's no reason to think that Model 3 won't pass the remaining tests with flying colors, especially after acing the NHTSA tests. Some big news for my listeners in England, as Inside EVs reports that EVs will soon be the only vehicles exempt from the London congestion charge. For those unfamiliar, London invokes a charge entering the part of the city known as the Congestion Charge Zone, or CCZ, in an attempt to both reduce emissions in the city, as well as free up the roads a bit better. The fee is £11.50 per day if entering the zone between the hours of 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, with some exceptions for holidays thrown in. However, changes to the rules around the CCZ will see plug-in vehicles be the only vehicles able to be exempted from the charge entirely. Vehicles that are zero emissions capable, such as plug-in hybrids and fuel cell vehicles, will continue to enjoy their exemptions through 2021, and all exemptions, which would include the remaining battery electric vehicles, will be banished in 2025. So, if you need to do business in London, owning a pure EV will give you 6 years worth of side benefit to your purchase. In another continuing story, we had a quick hitter back in episode 456 that covered employees getting some sweet incentive to become a beta tester of the full self-driving suite. According to Electrek, they apparently need a bit more help, as an email from Elon again went out to employees this week saying, quote, Tesla needs a few hundred more internal participants in the full self-driving program, which is about to accelerate significantly with the introduction of the Tesla-designed neural net computer known internally as Hardware 3, end quote. While the incentive appears to be dialed back a bit to only include the cost of Autopilot plus full self-driving, compared to previously getting the premium upgrades package as well, this is still a pretty big deal. Were I in the shoes to be able to make this happen, I'd be on it in a heartbeat without question. But I'm me, and I'm a bleeding edge early adopter too. Somehow, I doubt they'll find a lack of willing participants though. So I know I just got done with a near 51-minute YouTube video that you should absolutely go check out about how most automotive publications are doing their readers a disservice in not considering Model 3 in their Car of the Year balloting, but then I have to mention this bit of news to balance that out. Of all outlets, the Detroit News has named Model 3 its Car of the Year. In a field of 60 candidates, Henry Payne decided Model 3 was the Car of the Year and had high praise for the vehicle, noting its performance isn't compromised in comparison to the likes of BMW and Alfa Romeo. He summed up his article saying, quote, a showcase for autonomous features like summon and automatic lane change, the high-tech Model 3 reaffirms the joy of driving, end quote. You will find no arguments here, Henry. And finally, courtesy of Model 3 Owners Club being the first to tip me off, the referral program is back again, extended through March 11th. Though this wasn't just an extension, as I received an email as well encouraging me to refer friends and family. And in the email, it states that the free supercharging benefit would be extended to 9 months rather than 6 for anyone that was referred that has never even taken a test drive of the vehicle. Trust me when I say, you won't need one. If you like the looks of the car and go and sit in the car and like the interior, driving is everything you'll want it to be and more. So if you're in the market, please do consider using the show code mentioned at the top of the show and enjoy that benefit. Check out the links to the full stories in the show description. While you're at it, please consider supporting the show financially through Patreon at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. Thanks as always to our super patrons supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are John Waltower, Drew Schuyler, John Waller, Mark and Sarah Thomas, Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dory and Steve Guberman, Bruno Kundici, Joey Boots, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Adam Raymer Brown, Megawatt Photovoltaic Development, Todd Sullivan, Robert Healy, Mitch Long, Zortec LED Canada, Morven Ogg, Blake Thompson, Raymond and Deborah Malkowitz, T-Sportline, Michael Pastroni, Travis and Cheyenne Rush, Cookie UK, Chris Hovis, Craig Murphy, and Vicky Kirk. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. I will see everyone back here again on Monday. Until then, keep it charged and hit the road.